Hi friends, if you've been crafting for a long time like I have, chances are you probably have a collection of these wooden rubber stamps. I remember when these were the stamps to have. There were so many beautiful designs and every trip to the craft store seemed to end with at least one more coming home with me. As much as I still love them, there's one little problem. They're heavy, they take up a lot of room, and storing them isn't exactly the most space-friendly solution. So today I'm going to show you how I transformed all of my wooden rubber stamps into cling stamps that are lighter, easier to organize, and so much nicer to store. If you've been wanting to free up some craft room space without giving up your favorite stamps, this project is definitely for you. So grab your supplies, get comfy, and let's get crafting. Now this is how I've been storing my wooden stamps. I have done different versions of trying to store my stamps and haven't really accomplished anything. They currently fill 2 craft bins, and while they're organized by size, it's honestly not the easiest system. They're heavy to move around, hard to flip through, and they take up much more room than they need to. The star of today's project is Easy Mount Static Cling Mounting Foam. I'll have it linked in the description box below. It even comes with instructions printed on the front side on how to actually prepare your stamps before applying the new mounting foam. So let's convert our first stamp and see if this works. Removing the rubber from the wooden block can be surprisingly easy, or sometimes it takes a little patience. Some stamps peel right off depending on the adhesive and how old the stamp is, while others may need a little help from an X-Acto knife or utility knife. If you use an X-Acto knife or utility knife, going very slowly is the key to success to removing the rubber. This stamp peeled away from the wood without much effort. The wooden block still had quite a bit of adhesive left behind, so I used Glue Gun to remove all of that additional residue. Before adding the new mounting foam, give your rubber stamp a quick wash with warm water and a little soap. Once it's clean and completely dry, place the stamp image side up onto your Easy Mount sheet and trace around it. Now simply trim it out, and the first layer you'll remove is the printed backing. This exposes the strong adhesive that permanently sticks to the back of your rubber stamp. I like laying the adhesive flat on my work surface and placing the stamp right on top. Press everything down really well so you get a nice secure bond. Then trim away any extra foam around the edges. Next, peel away the white protective backing. This reveals the cling surface that attaches to your acrylic stamping block. Now that everything's complete, let's give it a try. I'm using a piece of scrap paper. I'll place my stamp onto my acrylic block, ink it up, and stamp it down onto my paper. And look at that, it's stamped beautifully. Once I'm finished, I clean my stamp with stamp cleaner, peel it right off my acrylic block, and it's ready to be stored again. Now real quickly, let's talk storage because this is honestly my favorite part. I found this storage system on Amazon and I'll link it down below if you're interested. It comes with sturdy plastic storage sheets along with protective envelopes. All you do is stick your cling stamp right onto the storage sheet. The next time you want to use it, simply peel it off, place it onto your acrylic block, and you're ready to stamp. Now, if you have a really large collection of wooden stamps, this project might take a little while. I have fewer than 20, so it wasn't too bad. If your collection, though, is much bigger, I'd recommend tackling one category at a time, maybe florals one day, sentiments another day, then holidays after that, unless you're really ambitious. And just look at this. These are all of the wooden blocks that are left. After cleaning them up, they're ready for a whole new purpose. You could paint them, decorate them, use them in mixed media projects, create little risers for displays, or save them for fun future craft projects. You all know I love repurposing things, so these definitely won't be going in the trash. Now here's the transformation. We went from 2 bulky bins taking up valuable craft room space to this. Every single stamp now fits neatly onto these storage sheets. It's such a huge difference. Not only do they take up far less room, but now I can organize them by holidays, sentiments, florals, backgrounds, or however I want. Everything is easier to see, easier to grab, and so much more enjoyable to use. Sometimes the smallest organizing projects make the biggest difference in a craft room, and this one has definitely been worth it. I hope today's video gave you a little inspiration to dust off those old wooden stamps and give them a fresh new life and start using them again. If you enjoyed crafting with me today, I'd love it if you'd give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of your day with me. I'll see you next time in my crafty corner. Bye, friends.